representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. Here comes Johnson on the return. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Now a play fake. Rodgers looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown.
A big play there. 68 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Steelers 7, Jets nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now here's Johnson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check, check, right,
Rodgers now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Steelers.
Working from the gun, Rodgers looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
To number 22.
2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Steelers 14, Jets 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts now to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I'd throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He finds Corey Davis. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Hey, check right 27. Check right 27.
Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
Now Rodgers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
27-yard line.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the Steelers 1st down.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Flush to his right. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson there to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Jets 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown.
The kick is good.
They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Johnson now returning. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice roller box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's a gain of 17.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Pulled in at the 24. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They will find Davis. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
2 yards.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. The It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now this time Rodgers will throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
2 yards on the play.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a dump off here complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
1st down, Steelers.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Here we go.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll throw now on the final play. Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he finds a man on a crossing route. They're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the Steelers' 32-yard line.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer. Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points, as you said. Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time.
4-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Steelers 45-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Flush to his right. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for New York. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and 2. Rodgers, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action. The timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now they try the right side here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Devin Bush drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. He's got daylight. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
They'll try and run it here. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, all this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Down, Pittsburgh.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Steelers 21.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
22.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
On 1st down, Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Rodgers.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
10 yards.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
At the 15-yard line.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Rodgers rolling to his right. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown.
4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Check, check. Lucky. Tighten up.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
26.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Escaping the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Rodgers. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
First down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Rodgers to throw. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. It's a loss of 11 on the play. That'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
16 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved a first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.